we're going to try this again. Had some issues before. It wouldn't let me go live. I don't know why, but I'm here. I'm online, and I'm ready to start with our sew along for this evening. Like I said, I don't know what happened the first time, so hopefully I don't have two videos out there that are gonna say the same thing. I guess if there is, then just pick the one that has the longest running time. That would be the only way to find me, I guess, unless you wait until I get done, and then I'll go and delete that other video. So anyway, I hope everybody can see me. I hope you can hear me. I am going to shift my attention down here to the sewing machine. Again, I'm going to just be sewing all of the blocks that I have put together. I don't know if anybody can see me. So I went ahead and cut all the pieces out today. So these are my two for my red. And then I have my two green, my two blues, etc., etc. I don't need to go through it with you. You guys you know what colors are. So. I'm just going to go ahead and get started going here. It looks like I probably need to rethread my needle maybe, or I'm not really sure. So I'm going to rethread it anyway. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to start putting this together tonight. And this machine is not my regular machine, so threading it is a real joy. My other machine is still in the shop, so this is a loaner. It's similar to my machine, but it's not mine. And I'm not gonna lie, I really, really miss my machine, and I wish they would fix it. So there's that. I feel like y'all can't see me. All right, got my needle threaded, and I'm just gonna start sewing. I'm using and get yourself situated too, so you can sit down at your sewing machine as well and just watch. And if you have questions, I'll look up periodically to see if I can answer any of your questions. I don't always see all the threads that go through, so if I don't answer you right away, that would be why. I think this might be a comment. I can probably maybe see now. I don't know. I did something, so hopefully I'll be able to see more of it popping up. I'm gonna just start sewing. So I'm gonna actually tip this camera down just a little bit so you guys can see the sewing machine, and we're gonna go from there. If you get dizzy, just close your eyes. Okay, there you go, right there. All these notifications that I get on my phone drive me crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the first block, which is the one that we cut last night, the green one. I have gone ahead and I'm going to make the first block here just to show you what we have. I have marked them in the center, as you can see, and I'm using a pin to hold it together. And actually, oh good, I do have one here, my little pin cushions. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this over here on my machine, and I'm going to sew 1/4 of an inch on this line and 1/4 of an inch on that line. And I'm going to do this for all 4 of these. Actually, yeah, I'll just do it the 4 for right now. And I'm actually going to chain piece. So where's my lead at? It's right here. I am using this lead. As you can see, it's just really beat up, and that's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start that, and I'm just going to start sewing. So I'm doing my 1/4 of an inch on this side of my line. I'm going to grab the next one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pull the pin out. I just use the pins to kind of hold these in place, but it goes really fast. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing really well. I'm really tired. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. I don't know why, I just couldn't sleep. Okay, now I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this lead off here on this edge, and I'm gonna stick it back in. I probably need to get a new lead. It's probably time. And all I do is use a scrap piece of fabric for this. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to start sewing on the other side, just chain piecing. As you can see, they're all still attached. Okay. So I woke up really early. I just couldn't go to sleep. And then about 5 o'clock, the birds started singing. And that was really neat. But then I was really tired and I wanted to go to sleep, and I had to get up. I had to go do a Costco run today. And so there's that. But I was able to get what we needed, and so that worked. That worked really nicely. All right, so I have my first one's done. And I'm just going to continue to do this. I'm going to keep these together because I'm going to trim them all at the same time. So I'm going to keep it together. So this is my 6.5 inch piece, and these are the 4-inch pieces that have the backing fabric and our color. And once we cut these in half down this line, we're going to press these open, and we'll have these beautiful half square triangles that are going to make those points on the star. So, but I'm going to sew all of these together. I'm going to chain piece all of this now, and then we'll focus on the ironing and all of that when we have all of this done. It just makes it a little bit easier to get some things done here. So just pulling these apart and setting this portion aside so I don't lose it. And I did use my clips, my quilt clips, to hold these together. I got asked where I actually got these from. So I purchased these off of Amazon a while ago. I want to say about a year ago, maybe at Christmas time. They had a sale on these. I got 100 of them for $6.99, and they came in this adorable little tin. And this tin has a lid that goes with it, and it's got a handle. It's so cute. I love it. So I purchased it, and then I think it's gone up in price because I got it on special. I think they're like $9.99 or $12.99. I'm not really sure. But if you're interested in them, I have a link to them in my store, to the store that I bought them from. So if you go in the description box, you'll be able to see my Amazon store. If you click on that and go, whatchamacallit, oh my gosh, I can't think. Oh, into quilting supplies on there, you will be able to see this in there. So I just wanted to let you know that because I get asked a lot about that, where I got those, and I did have somebody ask me. So and I know that you guys have left me some comments and that I haven't responded yet, and I do apologize. I promise you I will get to them. I'll get to everything. I've just been pretty busy. I think last night I told you they put us on full lockdown here in Colorado. And then we were told that we were not essential personnel, and now we're back to being essential personnel. So Nothing like confusion, right? So I've been working my tail off. And just because the state shuts down doesn't mean our business shuts down. So I'm grateful to have that opportunity to have a job. So I pray for those who don't. And it's kind of scary. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the lead again. And then I'm going to flip this over. And we're going to come at it from this angle. Does anybody have any questions for me so far? Or comments? I'll look at the camera and see if I can see. All right, so we got another one down. Only 18 more to go. Crazy, isn't it? How time consuming it is, really. Always amazes me. I sometimes get a little overzealous and I think, oh, I can do that real fast. And then reality kicks in and it's like, no, you really can't. That's not going to be a real quick project for you. And I do apologize here. I'm not dressed the best either today. Oh no. All right, Beatrice, go refill your bobbin. I got to cut myself a new lead anyway. So I'm going to stop and do that because I can't stand the look of that now. I don't know why it's driving me crazy. Yeah, I decided that I was going to sew in my pajama pants today. I don't have to go anywhere. So, I mean, I went to the store and I wore jeans, but it's kind of crazy when you're not going anywhere. You know, I don't want to get dressed up in all my clothes and create more laundry because why? I'm going to have to do it. I hate doing laundry. So I just kind of I just did my thing today. I just wore pajama pants because it's like my favorite thing to do anyway. Big fan of pajama pants. Why isn't that? Oh, I know why. Because I'm hitting the wrong button. See? I'm telling you. Hi, my name's Anissa, and I don't remember how to use my sewing machine. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty doggone accurate right now. Okay. At least I have you guys here to laugh with me and at me. Because I'm laughing at myself too. It's pretty comical. All right, I'm just going to do the same thing. Like I said, we've got quite a bit to do, so before we can do anything else, we got to get these going. So I did notice on some of them I didn't cut them exactly right, so I'm a little nervous for those. I did try to trim them down, but I don't know how they're going to turn out. So I may end up having to recut some of these once we start doing the half square triangles. I hate it when I do stuff like that, but you know what? It happens to everybody. So I was trying to get through in a hurry and my finest moment. So we'll just knock out the reds right now. Try to make this go faster, maybe. Probably gonna have to wind a bobbin too before this is over, I'm thinking. All right. Look at that chain. That's why they call this chain piecing. Yeah. Clever name. Who would have thought? I'm also not sure. I didn't mention this. I probably should. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload a video tomorrow since we're doing these sessions live. I don't know. I might just do a little something, but I'm not real positive. If I do, it'll be kind of like fly by night, and I don't know. It won't be anything fancy pants. I can tell you that. I don't know. I need to work on this pattern that I got, that I was telling you about last night, that I got commissioned to do. And maybe I'll show you how I do that. Just the start of it. Because I kind of need to do like a practice run at it. And then show the person the design. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. All right, now it's time to cut these and set these aside. So there's 4. Each set gets 4. 2. Oh, I bet I put those clips back. See, I wasn't thinking. So, little sets of 4. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out with all these different variations of the colors in it. I've seen a quilt done like this once before, and it was in this old quilt book that I've had for years, but the star that it made was so beautiful, but the different color variations were really neat. I think part of the reason, though, why it looked so cool was because it had batiks, and so it kind of just, you know how batiks kind of change colors and things like that. I think that's probably why I was so drawn to it. But man, that quilt was gorgeous. I really wanted to do it, but it just seemed like so much work, so much math to just even get it to where I could share it with you guys. And I just didn't want to do a very frustrating project, you know? I think we're all feeling frustrated enough. I don't think we need any more. So I did go to Costco today, as I was telling you, and did you know that they do not sell coffee filters? I was shocked. I figured if anybody had coffee filters, it would be Costco, but they don't sell them there. So I learned something new. You learn something new every day. So my guess is too, even if they did, they'd probably been sold out, because that seems to be what people are sticking in their masks that they're wearing to protect themselves. Saw a lot of people wearing masks today, and gloves. I wore gloves. I didn't wear a mask. I took my son. This is so cute. I took my son to get stuff this morning because he's physically disabled. I don't know if any of you know that. My son is 27 and he has cerebral palsy. And so, oh, awesome, Beatrice. That's cool. Yay. And so, yeah, he has cerebral palsy, so he gets to go to the stores early. He gets to go in when the senior citizens go. And so, I don't know, I was kind of leery about it because I'm kind of weird about stuff like that. I'm like, well, I'm not disabled, so I should stand out in line, you know. But he can't. He just can't physically do it. So I took him this morning, and we were able to get right in there and get what we needed and get out. But it was so cute because I think most of the shoppers thought that I worked there. Now, I don't know why they thought I worked there. I wasn't dressed like I worked there today, but they were so cute. I had, I had a lady ask me if I worked there, and I told her no. And then another one asked me where the dairy was. And I kind of thought it was funny because, well, I've been to that Costco so many times, I probably could work there. I know where everything pretty much is. And my son started laughing. He goes, Mom, they think you work here. And then this guy, we're standing over by the paper towels because they were out of toilet paper, because people are still hoarding toilet paper for whatever reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, I don't need toilet paper, but they were hoarding. People are hoarding it. Anyway, and this guy looks at me and he goes, Ma'am, he goes, can you tell me why people are hoarding all of the toilet paper? And I started laughing, and I was like, well, if I knew the answers to that, I would really tell you, but I really don't understand it myself. But he is so cute. And then one lady was like, she came out with some eggs, and she goes, only one per customer, right? I was like, wow, I look like I work at Costco. So that was kind of fun this morning. It just kind of made my day. It was cute. And there was hardly anybody out. Well, because we're on lockdown. It's just kind of an eerie feeling, you know, when there's no cars on the road with you and things like that. So, I don't know. I'm kind of a worrywart. My daughter is going back to work. After having her baby, she's going to be going back to work in about a week or a week and a half. And I gotta tell you, I'm kind of nervous. I get nervous about that. You know, I'm nervous anyway that she works so far away, and she works a late shift, and that bothers me. And then, because she is a, my daughter is a veterinarian. She's a vet nurse. So she works in emergency vet medicine, and she takes care of all of our sick dogs and kitties. She's a wonderful person. She really is. She's got the kindest heart, and she has always loved animals ever since I can remember. Both my kids are like that. They both just are very, very kind-hearted, good people. And that's not to say they're not ornery little turds sometimes, because they can be. But they are. They're just wonderful people. And anyway, so That's what she does. She takes care of all the sick animals and gives them comfort, helps them. So it's a tough job, I got to say. I don't think I would really, I don't think I could handle it. Be tough for me. I don't know how she does it. But she has always been like that ever since she was a little tiny girl. She always wanted to work in veterinary medicine. So I said, okay. And she's talked about going to school to be a veterinarian as well, but there's so much schooling involved in that. And it's very hard to get in to medical school at CSU. And so, I don't know. And now she's got she's got babies. So, I mean, you can still do it. I did it when my kids were little, but not veterinary school, but I did my bachelor's degree, and then I did my master's degree. And it's not an easy thing to do when you got other responsibilities. Sometimes I like to just listen to the sound of the sewing machine. It's just so quiet, and I find it to be quite relaxing, actually, the vibrations and stuff. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but I do like that. It's very nice. I'm sorry you guys can't see everything. Hi, Linda. Yes. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, it is. It's just something so relaxing about that hum, you know? I don't know. Puts me to sleep sometimes. I remember listening to my mom sew when I was little, and I think that's probably why it does. I just kind of find it really relaxing. You know what else I find really relaxing? Cleaning. I really like it when other people clean. I hate cleaning. But since this virus has broke out, I've been cleaning my house twice a week. So I clean on Wednesday and I clean on Saturdays. And I mean, I clean my kitchen every day. But to give everything a really good scrub down, I do it twice a week. And so I'm like, oh, I really wish somebody else would just clean my house. My husband is wonderful. He does help a lot. Hi, Stein. Welcome. And so yeah, he does. He mops. He does the mopping just because my back is so jacked up, but I get to do everything else, you know, like scrub toilets and clean the bathtub. And there's 2 of them, so yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. Anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, I bet it is a ghost town over there in Las Vegas. Holy moly. I couldn't even imagine what that's like. Because Vegas is up like 24/7. It like never sleeps. That's so nuts. I mean, they close like all the restaurants first, right? I mean, do you guys have like, is the takeout and delivery portion open anymore? Or is that everything is just kaput? Because that's kind of freaky. I have been to I've been to Vegas a couple of times. Um, I think I'll be there next year, actually. Every year our real estate company has like a convention in a different state. Last year it was or I'm sorry, yeah, last year it was in New Orleans. And so we went there. Next year it's supposed to be in Las Vegas, if I understand correctly. So that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Last time I was in Vegas was a couple years ago. I went there for a book signing, and I signed at the book signing at the Flamingo Hilton. And oh yeah, they tracking all those books to because they were all paperbacks. Just in my luggage and all the swag I had to take with me. It was kind of a pain in the butt. I kind of swore that I wouldn't do it again. It wasn't as bad when I signed in Myrtle Beach, just because Myrtle Beach was a little bit different. You didn't have to walk as much, you know. Those casinos are huge, so it takes a lot to get stuff everywhere. And I did have my assistant with me, and she was fabulous. But yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. And everything has changed so much there too. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I remember going there when I was like, I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm just telling you guys stories now. Oh, okay, cool. First time I went to Las Vegas was the first time that I ever flew in an airplane. I was, I think, 22, and we took my grandpa there. As a family, we flew out there because it was his last trip. My grandpa had colon cancer, and he also had diabetes. And so it was going to be the last time. And so we just flew out there as a family and hung out, my aunts and uncles, my mom, and my husband and I. And we had a great time. We went to the Golden Nugget. We stayed at the Golden Nugget, actually. And the Golden Nugget was really, really, really a nice, nice hotel. I mean, it still probably is. I don't know. I haven't been to the Golden Nugget in years. But when I was there, it was nice. I really liked it. I remember playing on $50. I took $50 with me. Oh, no worries. It's more important to chat with your granddaughter. Trust me. You can always catch up on here. Granddaughter time's way more important. But I took $50 with me, and I was playing nickel slots, and I won another $50, and I thought I was so rich because I won $50 in Las Vegas. It was funny. Now we have casinos here in Colorado. I don't know if you know that. They put them in our mountain towns, and they're nice. They're fun. They don't pay worth a crap. They used to. They used to pay a lot, and then they opened up the gaming so that our casinos are open 24/7. They're shut down right now too, by the way. And you can stay in some of the hotels. We don't have, very many hotels up there like you guys do in Vegas, of course. But there's probably like, I don't know, maybe 6. I know that doesn't sound like much because it's not. But they're just little tiny little mountain town casinos. So, and my mom, she likes to go up there. So every couple of months we plan a trip and we go up and hang out and play some games for a little while and then eat some lunch and come back. But it's nice. It's good time spent together, so I don't like to gamble as much as I used to. I don't know. I guess I would rather spend my money on other things now. But hey, I don't, there are a lot of people who do like to do that, and that's okay. You want to, that's your entertainment, your thing, then I say go for it. I'm not here to judge you. So, let's see. Yeah, this gets a little tedious after a while. Just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I keep looking at my stack and I'm like, oh my, look, I still have all that to do. Oh. I'm like, how fast can I get through this? Oh my goodness. And I'm not even sewing exactly straight either. There's that. Doggone it. Stitching on this. Stitching on this. So, I took my sewing machine in to get her fixed. Actually, just to have her serviced for the year, right? And they've called me 3 times. So it was time to take it in because I do a lot of sewing, as you know. I mean, I'm on YouTube, so you guys know how much I sew here. And so I took it in and they fixed the stitching because it was skipping stitches. No big deal. Now it stitches beautifully. I got to sew on it and test it out. But 3 times I've had an issue with my bobbin. So my bobbin won't wind. And so I don't know what's wrong with it. They said they needed to order a new motor from Janome and put it in and fix it because whatever they were doing, it would work for them, but it won't work for me. So they're fixing that. So they gave me a loaner machine. So, which was very, very kind of them. Very kind. So this is the 9450. And this is actually an upgrade from my machine. And it's a nice machine, but you know what? It's not my machine. I miss my machine. Isn't it funny how we get so attached to our own things? I feel like I know my machine, like really well. Like I know all the little noises and things and where everything is at and all my settings. And I'll be so glad when I can have it back because I miss it. I'm spoiled. I'm really, really spoiled. I'm starting to learn that. I'm just a very spoiled person. And I should really stop complaining. But I don't know. I saw these. I don't know. Do you guys know who Tula Pink is? I love Tula Pink. If you don't know who Tula Pink is, Google her or go look her up on Facebook. OMG. Her fabric line is awesome. It is so vibrant. I love her bright, bright, bright colors in fabric that she creates. I have not purchased any of her fabric, but I am planning to because, oh my gosh. And I want to make a beautiful, beautiful quilt out of her stuff. I need to make another quilt. But I'm just saying her fabrics are wonderful. And they're just cheery and happy. And some of them are animals and she designs all of it. And I watched a thing on her. Actually, I didn't even know who she was, to be perfectly honest. Until Bernina. I was watching something on a Bernina, like on Facebook, and it just like popped up this little ad thing. They came out with the Tula Pink Special Edition Bernina. And this machine was so cool because it had polka dots on the machine. And then it also had like the little snip scissors. They were like iridescent rainbow colored, and so were the scissors. I mean, it came with this whole thing. It was really cool. And it was an embroidery. It turned into an embroidery machine. It was a quilting machine. It was fabulous. It really was. I tried to get my husband to order it for me, and he was like, no. No, I'm not spending that kind of money. So I told him he didn't love me, and he laughed. Anyway, that's when I got introduced to her. So then I found myself going down this rabbit hole. I'm going to put you guys up. So hang on. I feel like I'm just talking and you can't see my face, and that's weird. Because you know what? It's weird. Me talking and you can't see my face. You like my shirt? It says cool mom. Because I am. I'm a cool mom. Anyway, now I need to put cool grandma. I need to make myself one of those. And anyway, what was I saying? I was going down a rabbit hole somewhere. Are they? Oh my gosh, the unicorns. I love it. Oh. So her stuff is so cool. So I ended up watching like this documentary on YouTube about Tula Pink and how she designs all of her fabrics, and she comes up with all of these designs, and she is an incredible artist. That's what I learned. And her house, so she did a little tour through her, I think it's her little cottage or whatever. Oh my gosh, it is so cool. So her kitchen is really neat. If you get a chance to check it out, you really should. Because it's just fun to watch. I mean, it just really, really is fun to watch. But she's like so awesome. I love her stuff. I wish I could meet her someday. If I go to a quilt show and she's there, I'm probably going to fangirl like a fruitcake. And she'll probably be like, get away from me, lady. You're crazy. But, man, she's pretty cool. And speaking of quilt shows, we were supposed to have one here tomorrow, the 26th. No, what is today? It was supposed to start. Oh, there's Sophie. Huh. Just in time to bark at the neighbors, probably grilling his food. The 26th. And, oh, today's the 26th. Duh. It was supposed to start today and go through the weekend. Anyway, because of this yucky stuff going around, it got pushed out until June. And I was bummed because I was really looking forward to going to that. I just like to go and look around and look at the quilts and that sort of thing and get ideas. That's kind of how I got involved in, or got started on the embroidery kick, because I saw a quilt at the quilt show last year that was embroidered, and it was like little snowmen or whatever, and it was really neat. And I thought, oh, I could totally do that. And so I did, and convinced my husband that I really needed to give it a try and whatnot. Anyway, long story short, I found out how much thread that takes. And I was like, I don't have the patience for that. So that is never happening. But the little snowman quilt's really cool. I would still love to make it someday. Maybe if I had like 16, like a 16 needle embroidery machine, or a 20 needle, or like industrial size, maybe I'd consider that. But my goodness, that was insane. But it was cool. It was really neat. It's like when I look at long arm machines, I love to look at them every time I go to the quilt shop. I just sit there and drool. But, you know, it's like I told my husband, I said, you know, I know you can buy a long arm and you can do it yourself. I said, but if I'm going to go that route, I'm actually going to get the electronic component, and I'm going to just sit there and press the button. I'm going to let the machine do the design. So, yeah, I just get kind of goofy sometimes. Silly goofy. But, yeah, I do. I really do think maybe someday if I get one of those, that's what I will do. Yeah. I mean, why spend that kind of money to stand there and... No, I'm going to press the button. The machine's going to do all the work. So, yeah. And I told him he didn't love me for that either because he didn't want to spend $20,000. But it didn't work. Some of these guilt trips don't really work with him anymore. I gotta change my strategy. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. He's a pretty awesome guy, actually. I'm pretty lucky. I don't know if you guys know that. We've been together since I was, well, I think I told this story. I know, I'm pretty sure I did. I ramble all the time, so I'm sure I told you. But we met at a high school party 2 days before my 16th birthday. 2 days. And we are still friends with the girl whose birthday party it was that we went to. Now, I'm not going to lie and tell you that it was a birthday party with cake and ice cream, because it wasn't. It was a high school party. There was beer. Beer was involved. So, but it was a lot of fun. And he came to my 16th birthday party. And it's so funny to look back at the pictures of us when we were so young. And he was, I mean, I have pictures of him at my birthday party. And it's just like, wow. I mean, it feels like we've been together for forever. Because we have. And, yeah, he's my best friend. And I fight with him a lot. I wouldn't say fight, bicker. We bicker. But, boy, this quarantine has been kind of crazy. Because we do. I mean, because you got to realize we work together. We live together. We hang out with each other. Because like I said, we're best friends. And then now we're stuck in a house together. So, like, he can't even go and play golf. And I can't just go to the quilt store and go cruise around, you know? I mean, it really is. It's kind of like, oh. So, you guys are kind of my sanity, too. When I'm down here just ranting, I got to have somebody to talk to, right? Somebody who understands what I enjoy doing and why. So, because he does not. He's like, I don't know why you like this stuff. I'm like, because it's fun. He helped me with the masks, you know, the surgical masks. He was helping me out a little bit with those, and he goes, because I had him cut it. I had him use the pattern. Yes, we will all get through this. Yes, we're live, Brenda. He was cutting those out, and he's like, hi, Loretta, welcome. He was like, I don't know why you like this. He's like, I hate this. This is like torture. It's like hell for me. I was laughing. Oh, I was like, I like to torture you. No, just kidding. But I am just rambling on, you guys. I'm just chit-chatting and doing whatever. I should be sewing, but I'm not. So anyway, I think I'm going to let you guys go so you can get on with your evening. I don't know. It's almost, what, almost 6. Oh, yes, Anita. I have heard that. I have family in California, too. I have an aunt who lives in Laverne. I don't know if you know where Laverne is. Oh, you're so lucky, Brenda. And I have other family that live in Fresno. And yeah, I know you guys have been locked down. They said it's really scary. But it is what it is, right? We got to stay healthy so we can be done with this. Because you're in Livermore. Okay. Where is that at exactly? Oh, that's so sweet, Beatrice. Can you guys believe this? You will find this hard to believe. Okay, it's close to Oakland. Okay. Okay. Nice, Jackie. Awesome. Hi, Teresa. Um, I have not stepped foot in a Joann's. Are you guys ready for this? In 6 weeks. Right. I hear you, Loretta. That's kind of it's kind of my thing too. East of San Francisco. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I haven't been to a Joann's in 6 weeks. I went to the Hobby Lobby, but not a Joann's. I know it. I know it's shocking. It is so shocking. I know. I couldn't believe it either. After I put all the fabric up, I was like, I don't need to go to the fabric store. Yeah. Yep. I know. I'm thinking, you know what? I need to probably. I'm thinking when this is over, I'm going to be buying lots of fabric. You took your face mask to Joann's? Oh, cool. Yeah, so I don't know. That should have been a tell-all sign right there, huh? No Joann's for 6 weeks. Yeah, I'll not do that again, okay? I promise. Yeah, online. Yeah, I've thought about doing that too because I think a lot of places are still open. Well, like our quilt stores here have been really, really wonderful actually. There's one that is close to my home. I know they're going to be so packed because all the women are going to be like, I got to get out of here. I can already see it. Um, right. I'm ready to go too, Beatrice. I'll be your partner in crime. Um, no, we have a sewing store here called Above and Beyond Sewing, and they are fabulous. They actually, they have, I think, 4 stores here in the Denver metro area, but they have one that's up here by me. It's only like 10 minutes away and I cruise up there. Anyway, they sell baby lock machines, and then they also sell fabric in their store. Well, since they put this you can't go anywhere in place, they will actually, if you order fabric, they'll deliver it to your doorstep, which I think is super nice. They'll also deliver a brand new sewing machine to you if you'd like. But they are the ones that I actually purchased my AccuQuilt through. I didn't know that quilt stores sold AccuQuilts, but they did. And the reason why I say they are so wonderful is because the owner that owns that store, she actually honored the AccuQuilt sales, and she always honors them. So, and if she doesn't have something that's in stock to match it, she's so helpful. She's wonderful. And then where I got my sewing machine from, it's another really awesome store. They're Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum. And they have, I think, like 4 locations in the Denver metro area. They might have more, though, because they're like way down south, too. So, but they're awesome. That's where I got my sewing machine from. So, yeah, I mean, we have some really nice sewing stores around here. Those are the 2 that I frequent other than Joann's and a Hobby Lobby. And there's a small quilt store in Broomfield here. They're okay. I like them. They have beautiful fabric in there. I don't know. I'm weird. I'll be honest. I'm weird about quilt stores, really, because sometimes I feel like they look down on you, and I don't like that. And I'm not saying all of them, but I've been in some where I feel like maybe, I don't know. That's just probably maybe in me, whatever. But I do feel that way sometimes, and I don't have to go to those stores, and I don't. So, I mean, unless I absolutely have to. But for the most part, I go to places that I'm happy, that make me happy. How about that? So I really think that that's the key. You have to find a place that makes you happy. It makes you feel good, makes you feel welcome. Yeah. You have to go and make where you feel welcome. I think that's what it is I don't feel welcome in some places. That's exactly what it is. So, I don't know, but they're missing out because I drop a buttload of cash in those stores. I'm just saying. I do too, Angela. I do too. I love those stores. Yes, it can be very hard. You know, Beatrice, it really can be. I was fortunate enough, gosh, I can't even speak today. Fortunate enough to have run into these one ladies who used to own a store, oh, over by where I work now. And they were so helpful and so wonderful. And you could ask them anything and they would help you. Like if you had a mathematical question about quilt blocks or anything, it didn't even matter how simple the block was. If you asked them, they would they would answer you. And you know what else they would do? They would sit down with you if you wanted to make a quilt, and they would help you with all the measurements and with all the yardage that you would need to complete the quilt. They were wonderful. They really, really were. And I'll tell you what, that was before I was really, really into like free motion quilting my own quilts. I would actually take them to the long arm there because and pay the money because they were so good to me. So that's what I'm saying. You've got to find a place that treats you really well and makes you feel welcome and is going to help you and doesn't look down on you, because there are places out there that are like that. And I think it's wonderful. I actually wish I owned a quilt store. I just think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to have all the fabric around and you could, I mean, I just think it would be so cool if I could just sit down and sew all day long. I can make quilts. You know, I mean, I know that's not realistic because you still have to work, but I do. I think it would be really neat. And I would like to think that I would be that kind of a person where I would help people, you know, especially people who need that, because I know, Candy. I've thought about it. Trust me. Um, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I get concerned about people because people sometimes are just, I don't know anymore. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Candy. You're so very sweet. Very, very sweet. I try. I try. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, I don't know how to do either, and I research it and I work it out until I can get it, and then I teach it. I think it's an important skill to have, believe it or not. I really do feel that way. I feel like quilting is a very important skill to have. And I've had this conversation with my daughter. I've had it with my sister. And I've told them both, I'm like, what's going to happen when you become grandmas? What are you going to do? Who's going to make the baby blanket? And the answer is always you. And I'm like, but what if I'm dead? Because, I mean, that's a possibility, right? And they're like, I don't know. I guess I'll have to pay somebody or, you know. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Yes, Walmart has fabric. Oh, I wonder if they have any. I bet it's all gone. I'm sure it's all gone here. Um, oh, Beatrice, paper piecing is awesome. I love paper piecing. Um, if you go look on my website at craftyauthor.com and you click on the blog up at the top, I have a picture of 2 Harry Potter quilts that I made out of paper piecing. And the patterns came from, I will tell you, her name is Jennifer, and I always screw up her last name. It's Offenstein, I think. I think that's her last name, but I'm not positive. And she runs fandominstitches.com. They're free patterns. They're all paper piecing patterns. So like she has them for the Harry Potter, I think Lord of the Rings, Sesame Street, Star Wars. She's got them all and she's designed them all. They are fantastic, and they're very actually pretty simple to work with. Ugh, they are cool. So if you go on my blog and you look, I don't remember when I posted it. Just go look in the archives. It's on the left-hand side. You should be able to just click on there and just see, or you could even probably search it by Harry Potter, because I think that's how I have it on there. And see the 2 quilts that I made out of paper piecing. It's fun. It is so much fun. I've thought about teaching you guys how to do that. I really have. I am not, you know, I'm not a good pattern person yet because I'm still learning how to make my own patterns. So I find it's hard for me. That's something that's very new to me, is patterns. Yes, it is. And you have to do all of the, yes, Quilt As You Go is awesome too, Loretta. Yes. You really have to think about things when you're making patterns, and you have to make sure that your math is pretty right on, because you don't want to be telling somebody, oh, hey, you know, this is how much fabric you need and blah, blah, blah. And then you find out, oh, I needed more than that. So nice. That's so great, you guys. Yeah, I think the thing that I liked most about the paper piecing pattern for the Harry Potter quilt was that it was a scrap quilt. It was all done from your scraps. The only thing that wasn't scrappy, there were 2 things that weren't scrappy. The first was your background for your bookcase, and then your backing fabric. Although you probably could have used scrap fabric to back it, just sew it, all the pieces together. That would have been really cool looking too. Gosh darn it, now I'm going to want to make another Harry Potter quilt. But yeah, it's such a fun project. Those quilts took me 4 months to make, and I worked on them every day. Yeah. I do follow Sugary Doo. She's cool. I like her a lot. She's so cute. She is really, really cute. She comes up with some neat stuff. I'll tell you that. I do like her, her tutorials. She's pretty wonderful. That she is. And I find more and more that I like that Karen Brown from Just Get It Done Quilts. I like her because she seems to be very, very, I like her just because she's down to earth, you know? I feel like I could take a walk with her and just talk to her. Creative Notions. I'll have to check that out. I've not heard of that. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, she is funny. She is really funny, isn't she? She kind of rambles too, I think, sometimes. And I don't know if you've watched Power Tools and Thread either. She's cool. She does more, I think, embroidery stuff. She's talked about how to use your embroidery machine for quilting. So I do like her too. I'm giving a shout out to everybody today, aren't I? Huh? It's fun. So anyway, that's my good deed for the day. I did all my shout outs to, for everyone. There we go. Go follow these people. They're fabulous. They really are. They're wonderful women. So let's all uplift each other and be happy and supportive, and we got this, right? So I am going to go because I need to go eat, even though I look like I don't need to eat anymore, really. I really should stop because, honestly, this lock-in is probably going to make me even fatter than I already am. We have a treadmill down here. See, I'm rambling again. Here we go. We have a treadmill, and I really need to get on it. We've been walking the dog, and that's fine. But, man, I need to probably spend a good, 45 minutes a day on that treadmill. So, just saying. All right, I'm going to go eat now. After I said that. So, right, Candy. I will see you guys tomorrow. You take care. Everybody stay healthy. Don't get sick. And I'll catch you tomorrow evening, and we'll continue on with our sew along. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate the chat. Bye.